This is a video response contest entry to the Q's Reviews My Road to 500 Subscribers No Rush contest. Wow, that's a large name for a contest, which is odd because I realized that I wasn't subscribed to his channel. Now I blame that on my son James. He's always in my phone on YouTube, and he has a tendency to subscribe me to weird kids channels and unsubscribe me from channels I'm subscribed to. So it sometimes can be a while till I realize I'm not subscribed to somebody. So yeah, I'm gonna blame him because I'm pretty sure I used to be subscribed to the Q's Reviews at some point, right? Wasn't I? I don't know. There's so many channels out there, I don't even remember if I'm subscribed to them or not. They just keep popping up on my stuff, so I watch them. So, yeah, so he hasn't hit 500 subscribers yet. He's about 70 away from that, so hopefully he gets there. But kudos on hitting 400 at least, because I think that's more than I have. So boo to me, but yay to you. Yeah, let's hopefully he gets to 500. I believe this contest is going till he said September. But again, there is no real defined end date as of now, so I don't like when you have a contest without a defined end date. It should always be a defined end date. Technically in Canada, if you're holding a contest, you do have to have a defined end date. I don't know what that is, if it's the same in the States or not, but I do know in Canada you do need to have one. Yeah, so I don't know when it's going to end, but hopefully if you want to get in on this contest, there are some really good prizes. You just need to make a video response and answer some 4 questions. So I will leave a link to his channel down below. You know, why don't you click on it? Check him out. If you like, subscribe and get involved and tell him I sent you. But yeah, question 1. What is your favorite kill from Friday the 13th Part 2 and why? It honestly comes down to between the first kill, Ice Pick, and I think, well, three of them. Ice Pick, Claw Hammer to the head, and then machete to the face, causing Wheelchair to go downstairs. I really want to lean to the Wheelchair going down the stairs because it's kind of humorous, but at the same time, I think the most gruesome one that I like is the first kill with the Ice Pick to the head. I don't know, there's something about Ice Picks. Nobody has Ice Picks these days, but people are always getting killed by them in the movies. So, yeah. I guess back when Friday the 13th Part 2 was actually made, there might have been some people who still had Ice Picks. We may have still had an Ice Pick growing up. I don't remember. We probably used it for something else. I wouldn't be surprised if we used it to like poke holes into belts or something. I don't know. But I'm going to go with the Ice Pick kill. I think that's the best kill itself, even though I really enjoyed watching the Wheelchair going down the stairs. What is your favorite Annabelle film and why? Or if you're not a fan of Annabelle, tell me why you do not like it. Now, I think he's specifically going with the 3 Annabelle films and not the Conjuring universe as a whole, which would include the Conjuring films and the Nun films as well. So without going into the Annabelle films, I'm going to rank them 3, 2, 1. Oddly enough, I think I enjoyed the 3rd film I think the most because it does take place more in the Conjuring world, whereas the other 2 are prequels. But I also do really like 2 because it is a prequel to the prequel. Yeah, it's a double prequel. But yeah, I think I'm going to go 3, 2, 1 simply because it does fall more into the Conjuring realm with the Warrens and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't necessarily say it's the better film as a whole, but in terms of the universe, I kind of like it that way. Otherwise, I would say number 2. So Annabelle Comes Home, I think that's the 3rd one, right? Annabelle Comes Home, then Annabelle Creation, and then Annabelle. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Are you Team Kong or Team Godzilla, and why? Team Gojira all the way. You ain't gonna make a monkey out of me, nah, man. I've always loved Godzilla growing up. I mean, I love King Kong as well, but there just aren't as many King Kong movies. There's more Godzilla has more of a universe and spin-offs to pull from, and I grew up on those, so that's why I'm team Godzilla. It just is. I mean, the guy shoots stuff out of his mouth, man. He's got laser beams, you know, like, I know it's not laser beam, but you know what I'm saying. What is your favorite things about horror books? Honestly, I think the favorite things about horror... Now, a lot of people like to read before they watch. I'm the other way around. I like to watch before I read, because reading the book spoils things in the movie, whereas I find watching the movie doesn't necessarily spoil things in books. Why I say that is because, yes, there may be aspects in the movie that are in the books, but one, a lot of times they change a lot of things in the movies. Some people say, I don't like to picture, you know, like, all those characters that were from the movies when I'm reading the books. And it's like, I don't have a problem. What you picture is what you picture. It doesn't really change your enjoyment of the book, in my opinion, unless you really hated the people in the movie, in which case, that sucks. But I'm sure at that point your mind is just going to picture something else. But I don't find that deters from reading the book. And two, just because it's in the movie doesn't mean there's not more to it in the book, and that comes twofold. A, there may be things that just aren't in the movie, right? And that's often the case with books. There's a lot more meat to a book than there is to a movie. But also with certain things, like say you're watching a movie, and in the movie the guy, you know, creeps into the room, and we'll take Halloween type for instance, right? He creeps into the room and he, you know, goes into to try and get her from the closet, right? And in the book, I mean, that takes a short amount of time. It builds up suspense. Some movies take a long time to build up the suspense, but it's really short. But in a book format, because they go around what, you know, Jason is, you know, or Michael Myers would be doing, and what Laurie is doing, and what they're feeling, and what they're, you know, what's going on in the space, it could take up multiple, it could take up an entire chapter, if you think about it, an entire chapter of a book just to do that whole scene. And so there are a lot of little things that, you know, you even if they described it in the book and put it into the movie, you might not even notice it. You know, they may go into detail about the clothes hangers, or the clothing that they're wearing, or the doors on the closet and stuff like that. But all they do in the movie is show it, right? So you kind of make in the movie, you make your own deductions and come up with your own little storylines and reasons for, etc. Whereas in the book, they kind of more likely to give those to you. So yeah, when it comes to horror books, there's just more to them. There's more stuff that happens. There's more description to things. And because I just, that's what I love about horror books. I mean, sometimes it all depends on the writer. Some writers don't quite deliver the impact that a really good film might. But, I mean, maybe if you watch the film first, you may be able to bring back some of those feelings from the film while you're reading the book. So, yeah, again, a lot of people are, you know, read first, watch the movie. Maybe try going the other way around. I'm just saying. But yeah, that's what I love about horror books, and that's just in books in general, right? There's more to the book than there is to the movie. And yeah, it all depends on the writer. I'm not gonna lie. Some writers are really good, some aren't very good at all. And some are very cliche. But yeah, that's it. Those are the 4 questions. I'll put a link again, like I said, to the Q's Reviews channel down below in the description-y thingy. No, I realize it's kind of hard to see on when you're using a mobile device to get to those things, but I'm sure you'll find it. You know, I don't do those thingies up here. I just don't. I don't have time for that. Anyways, thanks for watching, and yeah, go check out the Q's Reviews. Let them know that I sent you, and Good luck, buddy. Hopefully you get to 500. Take care. Have a good one.